When I first saw this house, it was very dark. It needed a lot of opening up, and I felt a lot of natural light needed to be brought into the space. It had great potential, but it needed a lot of help to get there. The clients definitely knew that they wanted to have large windows, really bring the outside into the home, open up the floor plan, make it much more functional and more suitable for a young family. They have 2 children, and they wanted an easy space where everyone could gather and use the main floor all together. When you first walk in the door of this home, you're struck by a beautiful architectural staircase, which is a little more severe than the rest of the home. That was intentional to kind of give an energy. There is an existing stained glass window, and that was one of the only things that was kept during the renovation. The homeowners really loved the look of it and the fact that it would live on in this new space. We actually removed a coat closet that was there, and instead of that, we added a really fun feature hook panel and also a wall-hung custom cabinet to have a surface when you walk in the front door with a mirror, and it really opens up the space. The hooks on the wall, we really wanted it to look sculptural, almost like its own art piece, but still be very functional and a little bit fun. But when it's empty, it looks really pretty and almost brings a smile to your face. So it doesn't impede on the space, but it's very practical and great looking also. We added in a really interesting detail on the front entry floor. It's a marble hexagon tile that feathers into a hardwood, and it just draws you from the front right into the main space of the home, almost like it creates the direction for you. The dining area is located at the front of the home. We put in a really large window, floor to ceiling, wall to wall, as big as we could get. And there's lots of circulation around the table, and it is nice how it plays off the kitchen island, which is very long. So the dining table doesn't overpower the kitchen island, which in many cases, if you put a standard dining table, it would feel quite large against the scale of the kitchen and the island. So in this case, it works really well. The kitchen island is quite massive. It's about 14 feet long, and it is amazing. The amount of prep space, it has an eat-in counter for 4 stools. You could squeeze probably 6 around it. It has a great sink, dishwasher, trash, all of those things. The countertop is statuarietto marble. It has a honed finish. And the end by the dining room has a waterfall edge. The veining is book matched down, and it looks beautiful from the front door, from the dining room table when you're sitting eating dinner. It's a beautiful sight to see. To keep the feel very cohesive in the home, we did the white oak flooring, pretty wide plank, and we went a hair darker on the cabinetry, but still to keep that really consistent, quiet feel. There are a lot of ducts that run behind the cabinetry, so we had to play with widths of certain cabinets, depths of certain cabinets, and you would never know it from the front. You would think everything is full depth, everything is usable, where in actuality things are really inconsistent in certain areas, but it works out really well. The family has an adorable dog, and I don't like to ever waste beautiful material. So we decided to custom make a dog bowl and food stand out of the leftover marble slab and a little bit of the white oak. So it sits prominently in the kitchen, but it blends in perfectly, and no sacrifice was made in its design. The family room cabinetry is one of those examples where we used full depth, but actually it looks like we didn't. We decided to keep the ledge underneath the TV at only 6 or 8 inches deep so that your TV wasn't set so far back, but it's full depth, so there's tons of storage there. We did the asymmetrical fireplace because I felt really strongly about pulling it out of the family room space so that it could stand on its own, and even when they're not watching television, it can just create its own environment in front of it. You can pull up a beanbag and hang out. We dressed it with a beautiful soft marble, so it's very quiet in the space, and it just adds a little bit of interest so that everything isn't so symmetrical and expected. It's unexpected in the layout, but it doesn't hit you. It's very quiet in its presentation. I like open concept spaces. I think they bring a lot of ease to living. Sometimes noise can be a factor, so I always have that conversation with people. And most people are totally fine with that, especially families with young children. They get excited actually that they have that hustle bustle feel in their home. There's always just the conversation around it first before we go too far ahead with the plan.